Hello guys, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing amazingly well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ayotunde Adesina. I'm a music producer, I'm a sound engineer, and I'm coming to you straight from Nigeria, Ibadan, right here. People know me as Ole Engineer. We started the topic mix tips, and we were talking about a lot of things. Under that mix tip, we broke it down into 6 subsections. We've talked about the first one, we've talked about the second one, we've talked about the third one. Now we are at the fourth one, where it's going to be where we'll be talking about definition mixing. And what do I mean about definition mixing? It is very simple. It means 2 things: understanding the instrument you are mixing and making sure that that is what you are getting out from the speakers you're doing. There's a difference between you knowing something, there's a difference between doing something. Knowing something is one thing, doing it is another thing. What am I trying to say here is you have to understand the way instruments sound. Maybe the kick drum, you have to know the way it sounds acoustically in its natural state. It is with this you now know your approach in which how you want to mix it, whether it's going to be for a rock or for a jazz or for an R&B, all sort of genres of music. So you have to know the basic sound of all these things by listening to all genres of music. And if you don't listen to them, you can't know how they sound. So you have to be accosted with the way these instruments sound in its natural state. Now, the part of interpreting it has to do with you knowing what to use to achieve all these things. And this thing is quite easy. I learned this, and this has been what I've been doing for years. Definitive mixing. If I've never heard an instrument being played before, I first of all listen to it without miking it. How does it sound? This is the way it sounds. These are the frequencies that I'm hearing. Then I now go to my EQ, because I know the way my EQ sounds, so I can now go and start tweaking it. Now, how does this apply to mix tips? What is the connection with all these things when we're talking about mix tips? You see, one technique I use when I want to mix for my front of house is I first mute my subs. I try to get the maximum amount of low end for my front of house, my normal speakers. That is the mid and the high frequency. That is your normal full range speakers. If I'm using a full range speakers, if it's going to be my array, just my array, I mute my subs. I try to get the kick sounding popping out from that, not like the low end coming out from that, but at least to get the bite of the kick from the PA, to get the definitive sound of the bass coming out from the PA. So by getting all these things right without the sub, by the time you're bringing the sub will only complement it. If you're not bringing your sub and the sub is shaking the operas everywhere, you should know that the frequencies you're using for your sub, you've boosted it too much. You've had too much of boost on some certain frequencies, or the volume of your subs are too much. So you try to balance them, because if you try to use your sub to balance your sub and your PA to balance your mixing, at the end of the day, you lose the definition of this instrument, because you'll be thinking that it sounds thick, it sounds heavy, but not knowing that it is a sub that is complementing the bottom end or the thickness of that sound. So that sub is a way of just the sub is just a way of complementing the bottom end of all this instrument, not defining this instrument. The definition should come from the front of house, the main PS. The sub should just be a complement to the real sound. So guys, this is the basic thing about definitive mixing. As simple as that. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channels and liking everything, but I will still love you to subscribe again. Those of you that are watching it for the first time, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Ayotunde Adesina on YouTube. Facebook is Ayotunde Adesina. Instagram, AM Studio Nigeria. Also Adesina Ayotunde. On WhatsApp 070679429997. You can also call me on the same number. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.